Okay, guys, so to share this story with you about what happened with Siler, about, I want to say maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that, Siler got attacked. And what happened was, I had a friend staying with me at the time. He was staying with me for about 2 weeks, and he also had, he has a little dog. It was like a teacup chihuahua or something like that. So I told him that at that day, I was like, your dog, I think your dog probably needs to go outside right now. So he took his dog outside and he decided to take Siler as well. So I didn't think anything of it because he walked Siler before, no problem. And I'm in here, I'm watching something on Netflix, and I hear screaming. So I couldn't really make out what it was, and the first two times I kind of ignored it, but by the third time, I kind of figured like, okay, that sounds like my name. So I jumped up, I went to the door, and I'm looking outside. I see him standing outside, and he's screaming like, there he is. He's screaming my name, telling me to come get Siler. So I started panicking. At that time, I saw a lady standing outside. She had like a white trash bag in her hand, and white stuff was all over the floor. So I'm thinking, oh my God, did Siler like jump up on this lady? Got her scared. She dropped her trash. So I'm freaking out. I run downstairs, and he's like, come get your dog. Come get your dog. This dog just attacked your dog. So I'm like, what dog? I didn't see a dog at that time. I'm like, what dog? So his dog like took off and made it around my body, and he's like hiding by the steps. Siler is running towards me, and I didn't notice that he was limping or anything at that time. And by the time he gets to me, I could see Siler is covered in blood, like his paws are all covered in blood. He's running but limping at the same time, and then he just like passed out when he got to me. So Kyler, he was like, this dog just attacked your dog. And I'm like, what dog? He was like, this pit bull. And I immediately thought, I was like, I know it's not the same gray and white pit bull that attacked Siler before. I said, was it gray and white? He said, yes. So I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So at that time, the lady that had the dog, she started putting stuff in the car, and then she started like getting in the car. So I'm like, Kyler, go stop her because I need her information. This is not the first time it's happened. Go stop her, because she started pulling out to drive away. So he chased behind her like, hey ma'am, stop, we need some information. She takes off. So I picked Siler up, and when I picked him up, like he cried out in pain. I was like, oh my God. So I picked him up and I started running around the other side of the complex. And I jumped in the street, and I saw her, like her car was coming towards me nice and slow. So I'm in the street and I'm waving her down like, no, stop, I need your information, you need to stop your car. And she slows down like she was gonna stop, and I see her, the driver's side, and then I see the dog sitting right next to her. And she swerves around me, and she's screaming something in Spanish, and she kept going. So I was hysterical at that point. I didn't know like what to do. I just started freaking out. So I picked up Siler at that time, and then I turned around. I started going back to my apartment. Now, one of the apartment complex ladies, the attendants or whatever, she lives around the other side of my building. So she was on her break or something going back to her building, and I'm like, oh my God, like, remember I reported this to you guys before 3 months ago back in March. This dog attacked my dog for the second time. I need to come into the office and make a report. I'm freaking out. So she goes back to the office. I come back to my apartment, and I put Siler upstairs. So I'm telling Kyler, watch Siler because he might have a seizure. The last time it happened, he had a seizure. Now, to take you back to the first incident, one night I was walking Siler. It's probably like 11:30. I had trash in my hand. I was walking Siler outside. So we walked by this apartment, and on our way back, the door was open. So I'm looking as I'm walking, and I noticed there's a pit bull laying down in the doorway on the floor. And I'm like, there's no way this dog is not secured because the door is wide open. So not taking any chances, I definitely did not want to turn my back on the pit bull and go in the opposite direction because I never would have seen anything coming. So I decided to kind of veer off of the concrete path and go into the grass, hoping that as I pass, like maybe the stairs or whatever will kind of get in the way of the dog seeing us. So I'm walking by the grass, the dog sees us and rushes out the apartment. Only thing I could have done at that time was to swing Siler around 3 times by his neck to get him off the ground, because the dog was like chasing him as I was swinging him around. And by the third time, Siler The leash and Siler separates. He goes flying across the lawn, and the dog pounces on him. Right then, another dog comes out. Another little white dog comes out, and I'm screaming the whole time, like, "Come get your fucking dog! Come get your dog!" She finally comes outside, like, "I'm coming," with an attitude. I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" So off of that, long story short, Siler was fine. I did file a complaint. I let the complex know, like, look, a pit bull attacked my dog. Pit bulls aren't supposed to be on this complex. What are you guys going to do? So from that incident, the dog was supposed to be removed within 3 days. Evidently, it was not, because 3 months later, here I am in the same predicament where this dog is attacking my dog once again. And for the second time, this dog does not have a leash on. So I'm like kind of pissed because it was never followed up on, or it just never happened. Like, they didn't follow up on, did the dog get removed? They didn't do a walkthrough of the apartment, nothing of the sort. So that very day when Siler got attacked, I called 911 after it happened. Right after it happened, when she drove up, I called 911. They said they were going to come. I went into the office to make a complaint, and I said, look, this is not the first time. This dog attacked my dog back in March. 3 months later, same situation. Pit bull, no leash, dog attacked my dog. I need a copy of both complaints because something needs to be done. So they're like, oh yeah, I remember the incident. I remember blah, blah, blah. Did you call the police? Yes, I called the cops. They're on their way right now. Well, you also need to call animal control. I said, okay, fine. So I'm sitting down, I'm making a report with the manager of the complex at that time, and the cops call me back on the phone. They're like, hi, right now, because of what's going on, you need to call animal control. Only time we can come out is if there's an altercation. So if the lady comes back and you guys get into some kind of verbal altercation or whatever, then you can call us back. I said, are you kidding me? But at the same time, fine. So I took animal control's number. I finished making the complaint with her, came back to my apartment, called animal control. Now I'm on the phone with animal control, and they got all the information from me, and they told me that they weren't going to be able to come out that day. So they said, we're not going to be able to come out until tomorrow. So what you can do is go ahead and take your dog to seek medical attention, because he does sound like he's hurt, and then let us know what kind of action we're going to be taking. Did your dog get bit? Whatever. I said at this time, I don't know. He's limping. He has blood on him, but he's so furry, I can't tell. I can't see any kind of lacerations. I can't tell. So they said, go ahead, go to the vet, and then call us back and let us know when you get the information, so that tomorrow when we come out, we know if we're putting, your dog a bite suit on the other. The people that the dog, belonged to, they start coming towards my apartment maybe like 15, 20 minutes later. So they come over to my apartment. It's the lady. I'm looking outside. I'm like, Kyler, is that the lady out there? He's like, no, I don't think so. I'm like, Kyler, I'm pretty sure that's the lady. So he looks out. They come over. It's her, another guy. They come to my apartment, and they're standing outside the balcony, and she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I've never seen him react like that. I don't know what happened. And I'm pissed off. I'm furious. I'm like, ma'am, what are you thinking? Your dog was not on a leash. What were you thinking? She was like, I don't know. Like, I've never seen him act like that before. I was like, this is not the first time. This is the second time that your dog attacked my dog. What are you talking about? So she's like, I don't remember. I'm like, are you fucking serious? I said, you don't remember that night when my dog was walking with me on a leash and your dog rushed out, and you also have another dog, another little wet dog, don't you? Your dog rushed out and attacked my dog. You don't remember that? She was like, no, I don't remember. So the guy starts apologizing. He's like, you know what? We'll take care of the vet bill. Just let me know what vet you're going to. Do you want to ride? I said, right now, honestly, I can't even deal with you guys because I know my temper. And if I get close to either one of you, we're going to have a situation. Somebody's going to end up in jail. Somebody's going to end up in a freaking body bag. I can't deal with you guys right now. So I said, Kyler, go ahead, deal with them because I can't do it. So they gave Kyler the number, the telephone number, his name or whatever. He said he'll take care of it. I don't need you to ride me to the vet. I'm good. But I'll let you know when I get there. So I take Kyler to the vet, get him squared away. Luckily, it was only a laceration in his neck. His back wasn't affected or anything like that. But he had a bite in his neck, and They shaved it down, cleaned it up, gave him antibiotics. So we had to take that for about 10 days until everything was done. And from there, when I was done, it was like $126.25. So I called Carla. I was like, Carla, go ahead and call these people right now and let them know I'm at the vet. This is the number for the vet. This is how much it costs. Let them, they can pay it over the phone. Since they, you know, they're responsible for this, and the guy said he will pay it, let him pay it over the phone, because I'm not going to kick this out if I don't have to at this time. So then he calls them, and they're like, well, we don't know if you really took the dog to the vet. We don't have to, some ladies in the background, we don't have to do this. We're moving in 3 days. I'm a lawyer, all this other stuff. Okay, conveniently, you just happen to be a lawyer, right? Whatever. And I'm stupid. Hi, my name is freaking stupid. But anyhow, they just did calls back and forth, back and forth. So basically, they didn't believe that I took my dog to the vet, even though I gave them the number to the vet. I gave them the information. They're like, well, we can come up there and we'll pay the bill. I'm not going to sit here for another hour while you drive through rush hour for you to come up here to the vet so you can pay the bill. Number one, I already said I don't want to deal with you guys right now because I have a fucking temper. And this is the second time this shit has happened. I will go off. I know my temper. And I'm being responsible, and I'm being an adult about this. I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I know I can end up causing somebody else harm. So I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'll go ahead and pay it right now. And when I get back to the complex, I'm going to bring you the bill. So they said, fine. I come back home. Nobody is at the apartment. We call the number. Okay, we'll be there. So some lady comes to my door. Never seen her before. Claims to be the owner of the dog. She's like, hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm a lawyer. I'm the owner of the dog. So we start talking back and forth. I told her what happened. She's claiming that the lady told her a whole nother story as to what happened. And I'm like, well, what did she tell you? She said, well, she was coming out the apartment with 2 baskets of laundry. Now, I don't know too much, but I don't know a person that can carry 2 baskets of laundry. I'm sorry. I'm just a regular person, and I don't know one person in my life that can easily carry 2 baskets of clothing in their 2 hampers. I don't know them. Do you know them? Because if you do, let me know. Take a picture. Let me know. Record the shit. Let me know. Let me see. So she said that she was walking out the apartment with 2 baskets of clothing. She closed the door behind her. The door must not have closed all the way, and the dog rushed out. At one point, she didn't see the dog rush out, but she saw the dog playing with the ducks. Now, that don't make sense. You didn't see the dog rush out, but you saw the dog playing with the ducks. Okay, whatever. But when I came out, what I saw was this lady with a bag and all the I guess it was white clothing on the floor. I didn't see a basket. I saw a bag. And Carla said when he was out there, she was taking laundry to the car, and she had the leash in her hand, and the dog was off the leash. Now, why the hell do you have the leash in your hand and your dog is off the leash? Because here, there's a law that states your dog must always be on a leash if it's outside. You must always have control of your pet. That's the law. So that was a different story. And I said to her, I was like, ma'am, this is not the first time that your dog has attacked my dog. She didn't know anything about it either. So the story is the owner doesn't live on the property. She's having the lady that lives here watch her dog because her daughter and the lady that lives here and her son had a baby. So she's watching the dog because the dog can't be on her premises. They're having a house built. Well, the bitch can't be here either because no pit bulls are allowed, so it shouldn't be here. And if you're a lawyer, number one, you should know to abide by the laws, and number two, you should be able to tell that lady, hey, you need to walk my dog on a leash, okay? So I'm all pissed off about this. She comes in, she's like, okay, well, she's like complimenting me on my apartment. No, it's so nice. It's really nice. Did you do this yourself? Yes. How can I help you pay this bill and send you on your way? That's all we're here to talk about. Yes, apartment is nice, thank you. But she sits down, she's like, well, you know, I have the money here, but I do need you to go ahead and sign this. And I said, I'm not signing anything. I'm sorry. I'm not signing anything that I don't know what it is. So I will take this from you and I will review it to figure out exactly what I'm signing off on. She's like, well, that just means I can't give you the money today. I said, that's totally fine. I'm not pressed for the money. I'm not at all pressed for the money. And I'll reread this to make sure I know what I'm signing, and then I'll get back to you. So she was like, well, that's fine. You know, you can just go ahead and sign, and I'll fill out the blank spaces. Once again, because my name is International Asshole. Once again, because I'm a fool and I am going to sign a paper with blank spaces so you can put anything you wish in those spaces. And I'm in a legally binding contract. Hi. I'm stupid. Nice to meet you. So she must really think that I'm stupid, dumb, or something because she thought I was going to sign that paper. So she ends up leaving. To make a very long story short, animal control has been coming out day after day since it happened. They're not able to get in contact with anyone because whoever lives there, the lady that controls the dog or watches the dog or whatever, she hasn't been there. They've been hiding out. So animal control is like, basically at this point, if we're not able to get in contact with these people, we're going to have to drop the case. So they called the number that I gave them, the number that the guy gave me, and I can't say her name. The lady that was here also, she gave me a number. I gave both the numbers, and when animal control called the number, the guy was like, "Oh, I don't know anything. I don't have a dog. I don't know what you're talking about. I just had a baby." Okay, so you don't know what you're talking about, but you were just at my apartment telling me that you're sorry, that you'll pay the vet bill, that you'll come to the vet, that you'll drive me to the vet, but you don't have a dog. Okay, so who are you? Come to find out, because I googled everything, him and his son has the same name, so he's pretending to be his son at that point, saying that he has a baby because his son just had a baby. So I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So to fast forward even more, at this point, I've seen the dog on the premises. I saw the dog July 4th and July 5th. That was like a week after the incident happened, but yet still this dog was supposed to be removed. So that leads me to believe, number one, the apartment complex, they're not following up. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. Number two, the people that own this dog do not give a damn because they're doing what they want to do, and their dog is just running around willy-nilly biting other people's dogs in the neck, and nothing is happening. So I'm just fed up at this point. So a week after I was sure Siler was in the clear, nothing was wrong with him, I called the lady back, the lady that said she's the owner, the lawyer. And I called her. I was like, hi, this is so-and-so, and I'm just calling to let you know, everything is fine with Siler. He's all in the clear. He didn't have any infections from the bite. The antibiotics was fine. So I called her about 3 times. This heifer hung up on me, got mad, flipped out. She was like, we don't have nothing to resolve. Don't call my county to, I'll get Hillsborough County to put blah, blah, blah on you, this, that, the third. Stop harassing me. Ma'am, I'm not harassing you. You gave me your number because you said you're responsible for what happened to my dog and you will pay for the vet bills. So now that I took legal action and did what I'm supposed to do, you're mad? You're mad because I called animal control? She was like, you called animal control, got them calling my house, coming to my house, blah, blah, blah. This has nothing to do with me. Had you controlled your dog like you were supposed to, we wouldn't be in this situation. You're a lawyer. You should know better. I'm just over the whole situation. It just seems like animal control isn't doing anything. The cops weren't worth shit. The complex sure as hell is not doing anything. Like, I'm just over it. When it first started, like, I was fueled and ready to just do everything I had to do. But at this point, I felt I'm just tired. I feel like I did everything I was supposed to do. My last resort would be going to court, but I don't even have the address of the actual owner to take them to court. So it kind of would be like a lost cause. But you know what? I'm happy in knowing that Siler is fine, and at the same time, karma is going to take care of these people. Anything that I can wish on you or try to do to you myself is not going to be as great as what karma is going to do to you. So, like, I wish them well. I wish her dog, her granddaughter, her daughter, all of them, I wish them well. But I'm just not going to put myself in that situation. And I'm not hard up for money. I've never been, and I'm not going to start today. I'm not going to let it break me. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And at the same time, I'm not even going to put a negative thought out there towards them. I wish them well. I'm just going to leave it alone. But I just can't. I'm not safe in this complex. I do not feel safe. So I need to go. But I'm going to go take... Oh, I got to go. Got to take Zora to the doctors. Okay. Bye, guys. Siler! Is that him peeping? Come say bye. Come say bye to the people. Zora! Zora! Where is she? Come here, monkey. Aw. All right, we gotta go. Gotta go take Zora to get the rest of her shots. You coming? She's taking like a foot in. See her? Zora, come here, girl. Come here, mama. Come here, Zora. Come on. Say hi and bye to the people. Say bye. We gotta go. Ooh, see how she just fell out? She just fell out. All right, guys.